Hello, everybody. Welcome to this edition of HCAM Sports Talk. Tom Nappy here. We have a lot coming up on the show, a lot of Hiller highlights coming up. We've had some tremendous games recently. It's been unbelievable. Last-minute wins, buzzer beaters, overtime victories. It's just been a crazy week of Hiller sports. We'll get you to those highlights in a few minutes, but we wanted to talk some Super Bowl. Unfortunately, my schedule and the guys' schedule have conflicted a bit, so we haven't been able to do a segment, but we do hope to have one for you next week, at least following the Super Bowl. But we're going to talk some Super Bowl right now. As you know, we got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. They both got in. And look, yes, I'm one of those guys. I got some beef with the officiating, not happy about it. I thought some of the calls in that Bills-Chiefs game were absolutely horrible. They clearly favored the Kansas City Chiefs in every call. They've done that a lot this season. I have a lot of questions about NFL officiating, a lot of questions about what's going on there. And, you know, it's gotten so bad that it's not only me that has these questions. It's gotten so bad the league actually had to address it. And they came out with a statement, and that the statement essentially says that their officials could only work the same team twice a season. You know, there's 178 officials, so how could they all be coordinating to help the Chiefs? And I'm not saying every official is coordinating to help the Chiefs, but there's some real question marks here. And there's some rules that need a lot of clarification. You know, in the Bills game, you had that catch where the defensive back and the receiver both had their hands on it while the ball was touching the ground, and they rule it in the Chiefs' favor. It just did not make a lot of sense to me. I think there's been some unfairities, if you will. And I think the Chiefs have been very benefited this year by the officiating. I mean, can you ever recall a time that the Chiefs had a call go against them that they didn't truly deserve? Because I can't. A lot of question marks. A lot of question marks. I thought the Bills-Chiefs game was great. Overall, the performances were great, but I thought the officiating ruined it. It ruined it. And I guess the thing to me is if the officials are part of the story of the game, they failed. They should not be part of the story of the game. And I'm not talking about, by the Chiefs fans who may spot one call that didn't go their way and be mad about it, or the Bill fans that spotted one call that didn't go their way and they're mad about it. No, there was lots of calls that heavily favored the Chiefs that were very 50-50, sometimes more. There was 3 or 4 instances in this game, and in every instance, the Chiefs got the call. And that's not just for this game. That happens all the time with the Chiefs, especially this season. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. It's ridiculous. There's been a lot of bad officiating throughout the NFL all season long. But the Chiefs, for the most part, for the large majority, have heavily benefited from that. And when you got bad officiating that doesn't seem fair, and it's only benefiting one team in a major way, your fans are going to question you. Whether you like it or not, your fans are going to question you. They're going to question the integrity of the league, and they're going to wonder, hey, what is going on here? What's going on? Why does this team, every single time there's a debate on a call, get the call in their favor? Why? So look, I don't know if the NFL is rigged. I'm not saying it is, and I'm not saying it isn't. But what I do know is the officiating's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Goodell could play it off all he wants. He could talk about how, there's that the officials only work the same team twice a season. He can talk about all that crap all he wants. To me, it doesn't matter. It matters what the typical NFL fan sees on their television. And clearly, there must be a problem. If the officiating is so bad that the outcry of the officiating is to the point where you actually need to address it with a statement from your head of officials, there's a problem. There's a big problem. I don't think many people are excited for the Super Bowl. And I do think that there's a lot of people that don't even think the Chiefs should be there. Because, quite frankly, they shouldn't. Now, they got the win. They're there. They got a lot of calls in their favor, though. A lot of questionable calls, too. It's going to make people wonder. You can't have a league be successful and constantly be having these issues with officiating. If this continues and the Chiefs are constantly getting every call in their favor that's down the middle, that's really a 50-50 call, you're going to lose fans. They probably already lost them. I don't know many people excited to really watch the Super Bowl. You know, I mean, it's Super Bowl Sunday. It's the sport I love. I love football. But I'm not excited to watch this game. I'm more excited to hang out with some friends that are coming over to watch the game. You know, I'll be paying a little attention because I'm a football guy, but I'm not into it. I don't feel like this game is the right matchup, that everything was fair and the Chiefs were just so good that they made it to their third Super Bowl in a row. I just don't feel that. You know, you look at the stats of this team. I mean, there's never been a team worse stats that has made a Super Bowl. A lot of question marks. And, you know, let's say it's not rigged. If it's not rigged, this officiating issue needs to be addressed. These rules need to be addressed. You know, I don't know how you could have an offensive player and a defensive player tangled up with both their hands on the ball and also the ball touching the ground and rule it a Chiefs catch. How about incomplete, meet in the middle? You don't rule it a catch, you don't rule it an interception, but you rule it incomplete. That ball was on the ground. And then we all know that last sequence, the last Bills drive, Josh Allen had that first down. Even the announcers on TV are calling out the officials. Even the announcers, they never call out officials. When you got Joe Buck and Troy Aikman and even Tony Romo and Jim Nantz calling out the officials, something's wrong. These guys never call out the officials. Maybe Aikman once in a while. But more for the ticky-tack foul calls. Not as blatant as they've called them out in the last couple of weeks. So I'm disappointed by the Chiefs making the Super Bowl. You know, I thought if that game was called fairly, it might have went the other way. But, hey, it is what it is. All right, so let's take a look at our picks. There they are. And for the final week, I'm in first place, 195-88, 208 points. You got Andy Barron, 206.5 right in there. Jared moved back up to third place, 198.5. Steve's in fourth, Mike's in fourth, 196.5. Steve's in last with 192. So you'll see my picks all the way to the left. I'm picking the Chiefs by 33-30, which gives me the over. My Chiefs touchdown player for one touchdown will be Kareem Hunt. For one for the Eagles, it'll be Saquon Barkley. I also asked the guys to pick which players in this game will have multiple touchdowns. And if it's as high as I think it's going to go, I think there'll be a couple for sure. And I got Kelsey and Barkley for more than one touchdown. All right, so there it is. There's my NFL rant, our picks. And right now, here are some amazing Hopkinton Hiller highlights You are tuned in to HCAM Sports Talk on HCAM.
On Monday, January 27th, Hopkinton Hiller boys hockey hosted Algonquin. It was a 2-2 game heading into the third period.
Whistler Montague. Algonquin pursuing once again. Another shot. Puck is loose and it's put in. Algonquin just burying the Hillers with pressure right now. 1:13 left to go. Over to win. Pedroli. Shot in! And it's a score for the Hillers. Matt Pedroli. To the near side. Set to the slot. And that shot turned away. Pedroli along the left wing. Gets it down. Sent across by Wynn. And hoping for the one-timer there was DeCosta. And now sent out in front of the net. In the high slot, and it's tied up! Matt Pedroli again! 5 minutes on the clock, and we are ready for overtime. A couple of late penalties by Algonquin. A 5-minute major for a blatant trip on Meschizin. And an additional 2-minute penalty. Hillers had a 2-man advantage, took advantage of that with a Pedroli goal. And they still remain on the power play. So it's a 4-on-3 situation right now. And we will play on. And we're going to have a penalty shot. It's going to be Jack Resnick on a penalty shot. Approaching, takes it, and it's a save by Robbins. Casa gets it over to Win. From the top of the circle, out in front, puck is loose. Battle for it. There's a shot by Pedroli, and the Hillers win! Matt Pedroli rings it in. And the Hopkinton Hillers overcome a 2-goal deficit with just over a minute left. Come all the way back and win it with 1:55 left to go in overtime. Unbelievable.
Matt Pedroli scores both goals in the third period and the game winner in overtime to give the Hillers the come from behind 5-4 win. Hopkinton improves to 5-6-2. Algonquin falls to 5-5-2. On Tuesday, January 28th, Hiller boys basketball hosted Dover Sherborne. The Blue Raiders led the Hillers 51-49 heading into the fourth quarter.
3 attempts. Got it! Wow. Thomas Kearney with his first bucket of the second half.
Senior captain, that's big.
He has 16 points tonight.
Oh, that's a sweet move right there.
Nice move there, Marcinowski. Yes! James Marcinowski with another strong finish. Gets it over. 3 from the corner, and it's good. Julian Mariano.
Dover Sherborne outscores the Hillers in the fourth quarter 17-13 and take the 68-62 win. DS improves to 5-9. Hillers fall to 9-4. On Wednesday, January 29th, Hiller Wrestling battled Ashland in their annual Coaches vs. Cancer match. Here's a look. Ashland took the win, 41-35 in a very close match. Also on Wednesday, January 29th, Hiller Swimming took on Ashland Holliston. Ashland Holliston took the win in a close meet. And to conclude the busy Wednesday night, Hiller girls hockey hosted Gloucester. Hillers led 2-1 heading into the third period.
Escaping with it, McPherson. There she comes. McPherson driving in, backhander, and count it! A beauty of a drive up the ice, and McPherson gets the job done.
Another score for the Hillers at 11:52 left to go in the third period. Looking to work her way into Hiller territory is Ward. Here comes the Fisherman. There's a shot and it's in! Top shelf on that one. Stolen away. Hillers have it. McPherson putting on the moves. Approaching! Backhander! And it is going to be another score for the Hillers! After the Hillers fall behind, Kelsey McPherson strikes for a pair and leads the Hillers to the 4-2 win. On Thursday, January 30th, Hiller Alpine Ski hit the slopes.
Time for number 117, Finian Luton, 29.65. On the red course, number 817, Will Spinelli from Hopkinton. Time for number 530, Emily Paoloni, 41.33. On the blue course, number 918, Lily Dott from Algonquin.
Be sure to catch Hiller Alpine Ski, airing on HCAM Thursday evenings at 6:30 p.m. On Friday, January 31st, Hiller Boys Basketball hosted Norwood.
Willardson gets it over. King, and the pass out now to Dedejian, and he knocks down the three. The feed from Canales and Dedejian with the third Hiller three of the game. A 9-3 Hiller lead. Larkey gets it over. It's knocked away. Willardson, quick break. Off the window and in.
Hopkinton led Norwood 17-9 after the first quarter.
And a 10-point lead for the Hillers. 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Dearborn feeds it over to Dever. Launches a three. No good. Air ball, but the putback counted. In the right spot at the right time is Connell. Dedejian gets it over to Willardson. Willardson back out to Dedejian. Up top, King. Over to Dedejian, out to Patrice. Launches the three. Count it!
Both teams net 13 points apiece in the second quarter, and it's 30-22, Hillers leading at the half.
Feeding it up the near side, August. And a nice feed to Patrice, who has the finish. 7 points for Petit Frere. An 11-point lead for the Hillers. Along the wing, 3 attempts. No good there from Connell. Hillers have the rebound quickly into the offensive zone. Off the window goes Simulus.
Both teams go back and forth in the third quarter once again and score 10 points each. It was 40-32, Hillers leading heading into the fourth quarter.
The kick out, 3 ball. Yes! It's Simulus! What a clutch 3 that was. 8 seconds left. Driving in Dearborn for the tie. Shot waved off. Norwood timeout. Senior trying to tie the game for the Mustangs. And he does. 2.7 seconds left. Hiller's going to have to take a buzzer beater. The pass, the shot, and it's in! Oh, wow! Mitch Simulus! Mitch Simulus buries it! And the Hillers are going to win! 54-51!
After an ice-cold start to the quarter, the Hillers do just enough to give Mitch Simulus the opportunity to air the game-winning 3, and he comes through in the clutch as the Hillers take the game 54-51. Hopkinton officially clinches a state tournament spot, improving to 10-4, while Norwood falls to 12-4. On Saturday, February 1st, Hiller girls hockey closed out the busy week hosting Ashland. It was a 1-0 Ashland lead heading into the third period.
Left to right across your screen. McPherson coming up the far side. Around the defender, takes a shot. Off the deflection. It's put in. Savannah Rivera. Lafoda into the circle. Leaves it out in front. And it's popped in. Well, a perfect setup by Ashland. And Ainsley Callahan has her second goal of the day. Take it out, 13 seconds. Puck squirts out in front of the net, into the right circle, and it's put in! Wow, Savannah Rivera! The puck was upright, just kind of floating towards the right circle. Rivera saw it, rushes over to it, and ties up the game with 8 seconds left. Unreal.
In the period, Ashland nets a pair while the Hillers net a goal, and it's 2-2, meaning this game is going to a 4-on-4 sudden death 5-minute overtime.
Can the Hillers get a buzzer beater? We shall find out. McPherson coming out with it. Sends it over. Back up to McPherson. McPherson gets it out. Sent across by Barroso. Jean with it now. Jean looking to approach. 5 seconds left. Takes a shot. Oh, wow! Lucy Jean rings it in, and the Hillers win. 3 seconds left.
Lucy Jean nets the game winner with 2.7 seconds left in overtime, and the Hillers take the come-from-behind win 3-2. Hopkinton moves to above 500 for the first time this season, improving to 7-6-1. Ashland falls to 2-9-3. It was an absolutely epic week of Hiller sports, lots of amazing comebacks, and last-second game-clinching wins.
That's deflected away. 1:13 left to go. Over to win. Pedroli. Shot! In! And it's a score for the Hillers, Matt Pedroli! And now sent out in front of the net. In the high slot, and it's tied up! Matt Pedroli again! Gets it over to win. From the top of the circle, out in front, puck is loose. Battle for it. There's a shot by Pedroli, and the Hillers win! Matt Pedroli rings it in, and the Hopkinton Hillers overcome a 2-goal deficit with just over a minute left. Pearson coming around with it, takes the shot, and it's in! Here she comes. McPherson driving in, backhander, and count it! Stolen away, Hillers have it. McPherson putting on the moves, approaching, backhander, and it is going to be another score for the Hillers.
There goes the crowd again. Pat Connell at the line. The senior trying to tie the game for the Mustangs. And he does. 2.7 seconds left. Hiller's going to have to take a buzzer beater. The pass, the shot, and it's in! Oh, wow! Mitch Simulus! Mitch Simulus buries it! And the Hillers are going to win! 54-51! Absolutely unbelievable!
Dean sends it over. McPherson trying to dig it out. 13 seconds. Puck squirts out in front of the net. Into the right circle, and it's put in! Wow! Savannah Rivera! The puck was upright, just kind of floating towards the right circle. Rivera saw it, rushes over to it, and ties up the game with 8 seconds left. Unreal. Can the Hillers get a buzzer beater? We shall find out. Pearson gets it out. Sent across by Barroso. Jean with it now. Jean looking to approach. 5 seconds left. Takes a shot! Oh, wow! Lucy Jean rings it in, and the Hillers win! 3 seconds left! Another unbelievable moment for a Hillers team this week. Absolutely unbelievable. The far side. And a defender able to get in the way there. Sent back by Resnick. Win. Back to Pedroli. Pedroli from the point takes the shot just off the mark. And now the Hillers trying to knock it in off the rebound. Win puts it towards the net. That's deflected away. 1:13 left to go. Over to Win. Pedroli. Shot! In! And it's a score for the Hillers. Matt Pedroli. Pedroli puts the Hillers within one. A beauty of a shot. Pedroli along the left wing. Gets it down. Sent across by Win. And hoping for the one-timer there was DaCosta. And now sent out in front of the net. In the high slot, and it's tied up! Matt Pedroli again! Matt Pedroli just waiting along the high slot. The puck comes floating over, a beauty of a feed, and he is able to net it in and tie this game up at 4 apiece. DaCosta gets it over to Win. From the top of the circle, out in front, puck is loose. A battle for it. There's a shot by Pedroli, and the Hillers win! Matt Pedroli rings it in, and the Hopkinton Hillers overcome a 2-goal deficit with just over a minute left. Come all the way back and win it with 1:55 left to go in overtime. Unbelievable.
That was some of the amazing highlights from this past Monday night. A very impressive win for Hiller boys hockey over Algonquin. They take the victory in overtime, 5-4, overcoming a 2-goal third period deficit thanks to Matt Pedroli, who gets the hat trick. The goal that put the Hillers within one, the game-tying goal, and the winning goal. Just amazing. A couple things to tell you about. Premiering tonight, Wednesday, January 29th, 7:30 p.m. We got TVL Sportsnet, first episode of the winter season. And we will have an episode every other week, perhaps more than that. You'll just have to stay tuned and find out. But TVL Sportsnet, brand new tonight, January 29th, Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. on HCAM. Also, a whole lot of sports Wednesday night on HCAM as we have Hiller wrestling against Ashland at 7, boys and girls swimming versus Ashland Holliston at 7 p.m., and girls hockey versus Gloucester at 8 p.m. And now, here are more of the latest Hopkinton Hiller happenings. On Tuesday, January 21st, Hopkinton Hiller girls basketball hosted Norton. Steve Spector and Mike Tarosian were on the call.
For sure, and there's a three-pointer.
Oh, pretty.
Which was beautiful. Gabby Simulus with a freshman with a big-time three, cutting the lead to 7. Wow, nice shot. Callie Salem.
Norton took the win over the Hillers 41-34. Hopkinton falls to 6-5. Norton improves to 6-6. On Wednesday, January 22nd, Hiller wrestling battled Dedham. Here's a look at what happened.
First, we have Sean Baker to meet his parents, Jody and Michael. Ian Byatt is going to meet our coaches for a photo. Ryan Boone to meet his parents, Victor and Gina, and his brother, Henry. Anthony Flores to meet the coaches.
the Hillers took the win 53-30 and improved to 4-0 on the season. On Thursday, January 23rd, Hiller Alpine Ski hit the slopes.
On the blue course, number 811, Ryan Dow from Hopkinton.
Be sure to catch Hiller Alpine Ski Thursdays live on HCAM. On Friday, January 24th, Hiller Boys Basketball hosted Medfield, and it was a record-setting night of scoring for the Hillers.
Here comes Elstrom Hall. Dadajian. Willardson for three. Yes! Cooper Willardson feeling it. He has 9 points on the night, a trifecta of threes. Now driving in, Armani kicks it out. Back to Armani, it's punched away, and Willardson has it. Willardson feeds it out. Simulus thought about it, kicks it back to Willardson, up for three. Yes! Cooper Willardson. Elstrom Hall. Trying to split the defenders there, able to get it back, fires it over for three. King, count it! To the corner, Willardson for three. Yes! With the pressure, Cooper Willardson knocks down another. He has 15 points tonight. Underneath, and the Hillers have the turnover. Pass goes right into Dadajian's arms. Elstrom Hall down the lane, count it, plus the foul. 5 seconds left. Over to the corner. 3 attempts. Got it! Ryland August gets the buzzer beater. And the Hillers go into the fourth quarter up by 22, 76-54.
A 33-point third quarter, and the Hillers tallied 99 points and took the win over Medfield 99-75. Cooper Willardson led the way with 21 points, James Marcinowski netted 17 points, and Mitch Simulus added 15 points. As the Hillers improved to 9-3, Medfield falls to 8-4. On Saturday, January 25th, Hiller Boys Hockey battled Medfield. It was a 3-1 Medfield lead heading into the third period.
Go up against Sanderson. Over to the near side. Dixon gonna send it up the ice. Spavento sets it aside. Pedroli trying to come down, stalled away. There's a shot, turned away, and then off the rebound. It's popped in by Sanderson. Medfield gets a short-handed goal.
Medfield would add 3 more goals in the third frame and take the 6-1 win. The Medfield Warriors improved to 13-0-1. The Hopkinton Hillers fall to 4-6-2. Week 6 of the Hillers 2024-2025 winter season started off on Tuesday, January 14th, as the Hiller girls basketball team hosted Millis. Millis had a 24-21 lead heading into the second half.
Up against Grattan. Trying to get it underneath to Whiteman-Kraus, and Millis has it back. Grattan feeds it underneath. Up and in goes Sidney O'Toole. And it's stripped away. Hillers have it. Restagini coast to coast. Count it. Grattan working along the wing, taking it in, kicks it out. 3 attempt, knocks it down. Grace Higgins.
After a very offensive second quarter, the Hillers fell short to Millis. The Mohawks take the 48-39 win. Millis improves to 7-3. The Hiller girls fall to 5-4 on the season. Freshman Abby Rabinovich led the Hillers with 12 points overall. Tegan Restagini added 11 points. Millis had several point scorers. Lindsey Grattan led the way for the Mohawks with 13 points, including 11 in the second half. It was a busy Wednesday for the Hillers. Hiller Wrestling hosted Keefe Tech at Doyle Gym. Here's a look. Hopkinton ended up capturing the 50-18 win over Keefe Tech. Hopkinton improves to 3-0 on the season. Also on Wednesday at the New England Sports Center, it was a Hiller hockey doubleheader. Boys hockey started off the festivities, meeting up with Gloucester. It was a 1-1 game through the first period. With just over 3 minutes left in the second period, things got very wild.
Away, puck still loose. Out in front of the net. Spavento trying to cover it up, and it looks like we have a goal. Lucas Albino, I believe, was able to put it in, pick it up, sends it over. Across goes Wynn. Popped off the boards, and Pedroli driving up the ice around the goalie, and he pops it in! Wow, what a backhander by Matt Pedroli to retie the game. Puck squirts out, sent over to the high slot. There's a shot by Curley, turned away. Back to Curley it goes, puck deflected. Trying to close in, and it's knocked in. It went off the skate of Cade Cooper. Passed over by Albino. Here comes Gloucester, working their way towards Hiller territory. A nice move there, out in front, and another score for Gloucester. Giacomo Martel, the senior.
4 goals in the final 3 minutes and 17 seconds of the second period. 3 more for the Fishermen and 1 for the Hillers. It was a 4-2 Gloucester lead heading into the third period.
Gets it over to Merkel. Matt Pedroli has had a terrific season so far. He's going to be someone to watch for this Hiller team. Back to Merkel, wrister, and it's in! What a shot by Connor Merkel! Sanfilippo sends it over right to the slot. There's a shot, and it's turned away. And then off the rebound, Cameron Amaro waiting in the right circle towards the net. Cade Francis with it. Back to Francis. And it's stolen away. Pedroli approaching, and he pops it in! Matt Pedroli coming up the slot says, I'll take that. 2-1 period in favor of the Hillers. And another breakaway here. Pedroli, that shot turned away. Off the rebound. Yes, he knocks it in. We are tied at 5. And now approaching Salah. And there's a shot from the right circle. And was that in? Yes. Jacob Harris somehow able to knock that one in.
The Hillers came up just short as the Fishermen of Gloucester held on for the 6-5 win. Gloucester improves to 4-5-1. Hillers fell to 2-5-2. After the boys' game, Hopkinton Dover Sherborne Co-op Girls Hockey hosted the Algonquin Co-op. Algonquin had a 1-0 lead heading into the second period.
Able to put it up the ice was Rivera. And now McPherson working her way down. Around the defender, takes the shot and nets it. Kelsey McPherson able to take advantage of the breakaway opportunity. She shook one defender, maneuvers around another, pops it in, and this game is tied. Looking to intercept into the right circle, and it's netted. What a shot there by Brooke Cutler. A chaotic few minutes in this period. Jean breaking through. Jean approaching around the defender. Backhander, she's got it! Lucy Jean!
The Hillers struck for 2 goals, but Algonquin struck as well, and the game was tied at 2 apiece heading into the third period.
Up the far side, around the defenders, and she has another one! Unreal! Kelsey McPherson. Here comes Glenn. Flynn, a wide open breakaway, pops it in. And this game is retied.
Both teams net another goal in the third period, and we head into a back and forth 4-on-4 overtime.
Sending it over. Putting on the moves there was Moroso, and now Nolo battle along the far side. And that is going to do it. This game is going to end in a tie.
The game remained tied through overtime and ends in a 3-3 draw. Hopkinton DS is now 4-6-1 on the season. Algonquin is now 4-1-1. On Thursday, January 16th, Hiller Alpine Ski hit the slopes.
For 1003, Kyle Holstrom 33.10. On the red course, number 803, Mario Bryant from Hopkinton. Top route number 410, Nikita. Number 30.62. On the blue course, number 718, Mary Poopin from Wachusett.
Be sure to check out Hiller Alpine Ski live on HCAM Thursdays at 7 p.m. On Friday, January 17th, Hiller Boys Basketball hosted Bellingham. Hopkinton ended up getting the 90-53 win over Bellingham and improves to 7-3 on the season. The Hiller girls took care of business on the road in Bellingham, grabbing a 55-48 victory. The girls improved to 6-4 on the season. Hiller girls swimming was also in action Friday night against Norton, and a lot of close races took place. Hopkinton girls swimming took the very close meet by a final of 85-83. The girls are now 2-3 on the season. This past Saturday, Hiller Boys Hockey hosted Medway and got things going early.
Battle for it now, and we get a score. Finn Mahan netting one for the Hillers at 12:09 left to go. And a great start for Hopkinton. And some pressure in front of the net. Some great saves by Spavento. Cleared by a defender. Another save by Spavento. And then it is put in by the captain, Colin Towley. Some pressure there, and Pedroli has a goal.
Hillers led 2-1 heading into the second period.
Looking for a breakaway here. Takes the shot and it's in! What a score! Will Ian-Tosca makes it 3-1 Hillers. Ian-Tosca just had a clean break right up the ice and pops it in at 13:44 left to go in the second period. There's a shot and it's in! From the blue line, Nick Mazaka just blasts one past Spavento, and Medway gets one back. It's a 3-2 game.
Both teams net a goal apiece, and it was a 3-2 Hiller lead heading into the third period.
Sent over, driving up, Drake. There's a shot and top shelf.
The Medway goal ends up being the only score of the third period. and the game went to a 4-on-4 sudden death 5-minute overtime, tied at 3 apiece.
5-minute overtime, here we go. Hillers working right to left across your screen. There's a shot in the game winner! Will Iantosca! 16 seconds in, and that'll do it.
16 seconds into overtime. Will Iantosca, that's the game winner. The Hillers get the victory over a very good Mustangs team, 4-3, and improve to 3-5-2 on the season. Medway falls to 5-3-1. On Tuesday, January 7th, Hiller boys basketball hosted Ashland and got the scoring going early and very often.
Hard on that ankle after making the shot as the Hillers work in the offensive zone. 3 attempt, and it's knocked down by Tori Elstrom Hall.
I mean, I'm trying to keep up with everything going on there. All of a sudden, the Hillers got about 6 or 8 points in a span of a minute. And another steal, looks like.
It's just a rapid pace they're going out there. It's unbelievable. 10 seconds left in the quarter. 3 attempt, Willardson. Yes! Cooper Willardson. Both free throws are good by Steinberg, but a nice response by Gavin Cho.
Wow.
Dadajian for 3. Yes, count it. How about Sam Dadajian? 12 points tonight.
You can't blame them. These kids want to play and play hard, and
they keep getting steals like that. Passes thrown right to them. Up, no good there. Follow through, yes, at the buzzer. Trevor Blinn. What a first half by the Hopkinton Hillers.
Wow.
An offensive display for the record books as the Hillers put up 33 points in the second quarter.
The Hillers had a commanding 55-12 lead at the half and would end up taking the game 93-31, a record-setting night for the Hiller offense. Every available Hiller athlete on the roster got in the scorebook. Jackson Canales dropped 18 points, Sam Dadajian had 16, and James Marcinowski dropped 13 as the Hillers cruised past the Clockers. Hopkinton finished the week with a road loss in Medway and stand at 5-2 on the season. Hiller boys and girls swimming were also in action that Tuesday versus Medfield. The Hiller boys picked up an 82-73 win. The Hiller girls also took the win, 84-47. Both teams are now 1-2 on the season. On Wednesday, January 8th, Hiller boys hockey hosted Holliston Ashland Co-op.
Costa looking to race in. Takes it along the corner. Sends it far side. Going to approach, it's a shot, and it is in! Parker Rivera strikes for the Hillers and makes it 1-0.
Parker Rivera nets a goal towards the end of the first period. Hillers took the 1-0 lead into the third period.
Parker Rivera, the feed from DeCosta. Hillers hoping to hang on. Allison with the extra attacker in Hiller territory. Sent up, rolling towards the empty net, and it is in! The score for the Hillers, and that'll do it. And that is going to be Parker Wynn.
And the Hillers collect their first win of the season, taking down Holliston Ashland by a final of 2-0. Hopkinton improves to 1-3-2 on the season. On Thursday, January 9th, Hiller Alpine Ski hit the slopes for the first time this season, and John Ritz was at the ski ward to capture the action.
For bet number 1007, Lorenzo Sada, 45.10. On the blue course, number 807, Patrick Meehan from Hopkinton. Time for number 908, Clara Campbell, 29.59. On the red course, number 208, Emma Clements from Nipmuc. Time for bid number 507, Zachary Forgetti, 28.74. On the blue course, number 307, Alden Pfeiffer from King Philip.
Be sure to catch Hopkinton Hillers Alpine Ski live on Thursdays during the winter season from the Ski Ward in Shrewsbury. On Friday, January 10th, Hiller girls basketball hosted Medway, and it was a tough physical battle. Medway led 27-8 into the second half.
Whitman Cross with the rebound.
No foul, use your body well.
Oh, looking for the long pass to Chatton. Ball knocked loose. Mellinson has it. Knocked away from her. Chatton up and in.
Great heads-up play by Chatton for her first 2 points.
Longval with it. Feeds the wing. Mellinson. Up to Cotilli. Medway, they're going to take their time here. Up for the shot, and in goes Bullard.
The Mustangs ended up taking the win over the Hillers by a final of 47-24. Both teams are now 5-3 on the season. On Saturday, January 11th, it was a Hiller hockey doubleheader. Hopkinton Dover Sherborne Co-op girls hosted Dedham and their annual Stick It to Cancer game.
One of the projects that Girly Girl Parts specifically funds is a project using AI to pick up clues in a woman's medical record which may indicate her susceptibility to develop ovarian cancer. Early detection is the most important indication of positive outcomes for women with ovarian cancer. Thank you to the Hopkinton hockey community as well as the Dedham hockey community for your generosity this afternoon, and thanks again to Marie for continuing to raise awareness. I hope you guys have fun today.
The game was scoreless heading into the third period.
To the near side of Kelly. Kelly looking to approach, and now bringing it around, that's Beeler. Along the corner. Beeler with a shot there, and off the rebound, it is put in for the score! What a shot! Off that rebound. It was Beeler on the first attempt, and then with the follow through, Grace Hennigan. Sent back out by Cotto. And now into the high slot. There's a shot and Dedham responds. Riley Richardson. Incredible shot. Richardson had off the rebound. There was no stopping that thing. Richardson coming out from the corner, sends it to the net, and she has another one. Riley Richardson with the backhander. It goes off Coito's leg pad and into the net.
Dedham would end up taking the 3-1 win in the TVL battle. The Hillers fall to 3-6-0. Dedham improves to 3-5-0 on the season. In leg 2 of the Saturday Hiller hockey doubleheader, the Hiller boys hosted Norton. The Lancers took the 1-0 lead early in the first period, and that remained the score heading into the third period.
He puts it up to Merkel. Looking to close in, and it's brushed away. Sent out in front, there's a shot, and it's put in! What a score! Well, the Hillers did what they needed to do there. They created pandemonium in front of the net, and it's Matt Pedroli coming up with a score for the Hillers. Moore pops it into Norton territory, and it's popped in! Parker tried to dive on it, could not cover it up, and Ian Tosca able to get it by him to give the Hillers the lead. Back to Merkel. Back to Pedroli, across to DaCosta. And the Lancers looking for a breakaway. Here comes Laverdiere. A one-on-one with the goalie, and he pops it in, and we are tied back up. A short-handed goal for the Norton Lancers.
A pair of goals by the Hillers, but Dedham responds. And the game was tied at 2 apiece, forcing a 5-minute overtime period.
Now along the near side. Back to Merkel. Merkel looking to approach. Takes it around, leaves it in front, and it's put in! What a feed!
Bay Path may have outgrown its space, but not its mission. We need your help to build a new facility that matches our capabilities and dedication. Join us and help ensure we can continue to provide exceptional care and find loving homes for animals for years and years to come. Thank you.